and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about the Atlantic yet again. Today we are focusing more on these to invest just a little bit more, as well as some new developments on the GFS that I do want to talk about. So let's start things off here. We are going to read through disturbance number 2 and 3, starting with disturbance number 2. A broad area of low pressure located several hundred miles southwest of the Cape Verde Islands is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are conducive for further development, and a tropical depression is likely to form during the next day or two while the system moves westward to west-northwestward at 5 to 10 miles per hour over the central tropical Atlantic. Formation chance through 48 hours is high at 70%, and formation chance through 5 days is also high at 90%. Disturbance number 3. A tropical wave located just offshore of the west coast of Africa continues to produce a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Upper level winds are conducive for gradual development, and a tropical depression is likely to form in a couple of days, while the disturbance moves westward to west-northwestward at 10 to 15 miles per hour over the far eastern tropical Atlantic. Formation chance through 48 hours is high at 70%, and formation chance through 5 days is also high at 90%. So let's move on here to the GFS. Here are our two disturbances, and as we move through here through Tuesday and into Wednesday, we see that disturbance number 2 starts to form up, probably a tropical depression or a tropical storm there. Both of these storms are going to be pretty small in size. So even though Sam was a Category 4 hurricane and is currently a Category 3, it's still a relatively small storm, and these two storms are going to be relatively small as well. So, two tropical depressions form on the 30th, that is Thursday, and the first of which, disturbance number 2, does seem to have a better time with everything before shear eventually gets to it right around Saturday and Sunday, when both of these storms are sheared off and cease to exist. Then, the interesting development with the GFS. So, out of our total of 3 disturbances, the other of which has a 60% chance of cyclone formation, that is going down eventually. This storm system, which I believe is the remnants of Peter, is going to move off and get caught up in a bunch of wind shear. But after these two storm systems, one of which most likely will become a tropical storm, we have a storm system forming out of the Caribbean that intensifies, makes landfall right around Cancun, crosses the Yucatan very, very, very slowly, dumping a lot of rainfall, re-intensifies in the Gulf, and could make another landfall in Mexico. That is a Hurricane Grace type of track, and here's another one too, just another tropical disturbance. So you see that the overall trend is we're kind of seeing the last hurrah from the main development region. Now the main development region is this area right in here, from the Lesser Antilles to Senegal. That area usually peaks right around September, and then afterwards into October, things start to form much closer to home. We see storms forming in the Gulf, the Caribbean, off the east coast of the US. So those are the areas that we have to look out for, and 2 of these storms do form in the Caribbean, which is the furthest east that these storms could form, but it's still pretty close to home. So in this case, we do have to start looking here, because it's kind of that time of year. We've seen so many storms, especially late in the year, that form, especially out of Central America as of late. Central America has one storm. It splits the gap between Cancun area of Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, and Cuba, splits the gap between the two, and makes landfall on the Gulf Coast. Not always as a major hurricane, sometimes as either an impactful tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane. Just something comes out of the Central American Gyre, splits the gap, and makes landfall in the Gulf Coast. So we do have to start looking out for that. But that's all of the latest news. If you enjoyed today's video, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.